blues music is foundational to the way music is today. So we're going to take a look at the 12-bar blues. First, I just want to have this, oh, this is the song. Here we go. Never mind. Let's just listen to it. It's called Christmas Shopping Blues. Oh, hold on.
The 12-bar blues pattern uses chords built on the first, fourth, and fifth notes of the major scale. This pattern is the same for virtually every blues tune.
Okay, so that's what I was trying to explain before. You have like that first sound, and that's, let me take this back up. I had it transposed. So this is C, right? Then this is that weird cousin. And then you have your very outgoing sibling. And you're going to hear that sound in every blues song. So here's an example.
Christmas shopping, just can't wait. I swear next year I won't leave it this late. It's now December 24, so grab my list, head out the door.
Now here's
Hit the mall without delay. Christmas shopping blues.
okay. So first of all, I got to tell you, this song drives me a little bit crazy. But what blues songs do is they talk about a really big problem that people have. So in my mind, I'm like, shopping for Christmas presents shouldn't be a big problem. Like, I don't know. It feels like you should probably plan ahead or just not like agree with your family that you're not going to spend money on each other if you like procrastinated. But anyway, that's just me. So as we listen to this next verse, I'm going to hold up my fingers. Like number one is that beginning sound. Number two is when you're talking about that awkward cousin I was saying, you know, like it has a different sound. And then number three is representing that outgoing sibling, okay? So you're going to see it go from 1 to 2, back to 1, and then 2, 3, back to 2, and 1. Okay, it's kind of got a pattern. It's got the 1, 2, 1, then 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. All right, so let's see if you can hear it.
I drive around for half an hour, can't find a place to park my car. The lot is full, there is no space. I cannot find a parking place.
Now here's
I'll grow old before I park. Christmas shopping blues.
okay. So my bad. It's not. It doesn't go 2, 3, whatever. The last part goes 3, 2, 1, which makes sense. You know, that's the sound. All right. How many of you have driven around the parking lot looking for a place to park? Anybody?
I have.
Yeah, not a good idea. Like ever. Just don't do it. But I'm not really like, I feel like I'm a bad person, but I just don't like shopping. Like I despise it. I'm a big fan of not shopping. But sometimes you need new clothes, you know, or sometimes you have to buy a present for somebody. But try not to do it the day before Christmas, because otherwise you'll be singing the Christmas shopping blues. All right, I'm going to try to get my fingers right this time. Okay, and it goes. One. And here's where you get. Okay, now, I don't know if you noticed, but there were no words in that section. Just do and ba and a few wahs. Anybody know what we call that when you're making it up kind of as you go? You'll find this in jazz music a lot. It's called scat. Scat. And basically it's like a singer that has given up on the words and is just making it up on the fly. It kind of is like the singer is trying to be an instrument. Because if you ever listen to jazz music, like I played trumpet in a jazz band in high school. I was a singer in a jazz band in college. So it's kind of the same, like playing trumpet and just like making up the notes and having a good time with the music is kind of like this scat. When you just don't worry about the words, try to make your voice go within the sounds that you're hearing. All right. So we go on, and I'll keep Alyssa, just so you know, we're talking about the 12-bar blues. 12-bar blues has a pattern. And what did I say? I did it wrong the first time. Let's get it right. So it starts on 1, hangs on 1 for a while, and then you move to the second chord, but then right back to 1. And then at the ending, it goes 3, 2, 1. So if I were to play it, so you can actually see what I'm doing here. It starts on 1, and it holds there for a long time. Then it moves to 2, and then back to 1. Then you hear. All right, here we go. Next.
Spent all my money, my credit card is maxed.
Naughty. Don't do that.
Spent all my money, my credit card is maxed. Work all year to pay the bills, Christmas shopping blues.
Here's an extra ending.
Work all year to pay the bills, Christmas shopping blues.
All right, and this just review again. I know I'm holding up like 1, 2, and 3, but if you can notice, this is the C major scale. So if you're playing on the piano, just walking up the white notes like that. The music you heard is built on C, and then 4, which is F, and 5, which is G. So if you look at these letters right here, count C as 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, and G is 5. And if you look up here, it shows you the Roman numerals. Oops, having trouble. There we go. That's the Roman numeral for 1, the first, and 4th looks like this. And the 5th looks like that. Okay, real quick, just wanted to check in. How many of you knew anything about the 12-bar blues before I brought it up for the first time today? Anybody? Had anybody even heard of it? Yeah, okay. I mean, you're in 5th grade. There's no reason that you would have like done the 12-bar blues unless you've been taking piano probably for, I don't know, the last 6 years or more, 7 maybe. But I hope that you kind of hear the blues, you hear that pattern. There you go. I just improvised. Actually, I stole the melody from that song, but all right. 12-bar blues. The story of that song, though, where it's like you can't find a parking spot, then you max your credit card out. Don't do that. That is silliness. If we were friends, like really close friends, and you got me a Christmas present, but you didn't have the money to spend it, I would be so mad. That's awful. Your friends would understand. Anyway, okay, there you go. I gave my speech about Christmas spending. It's terrible. Let's go to now the bucket drumming that we did last week, okay? But this time we're going to look at it a little differently. Okay, so first I'm going to scroll up here to do some review with triplets. Now, if you had like, say you had, I don't know, does anybody like raise pigs? I don't think they usually only come in. They come in like 6, and I mean, when we had pigs when I was growing up, it was like a whole bunch of pigs came out. But let's say that there's 3, they would be called triplets. Yeah, I mean, and heaven forbid that if I were ever to have triplets, like, oh my gosh, but groups of 3 is what I'm trying to say. So in music, you'll see 3 notes grouped together, and it has a little 3 over them. They're called a triplet. If we're counting triplets, we're going triplet, 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 triplet. Sometimes I use, if I'm counting, I go 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4 lolly, lolly. Take a look at this. See if this makes sense. You will hear 4 beats before the accompaniment starts. You'll perform the rhythms using body percussion or instruments. So we're going to clap. You'll pat. Oh, hey, hold on. Slow down there, friend. You'll pat the quarter notes. Nope. Let's see. I don't know. You want to pat your table? I'll pat my piano. Pat the quarter notes and clap the 8th notes. Okay, time out. We can't. What do we do? Oh, okay. So how about we clap the triplets? So it sounds like this. Triplet, Now, improvise would be like what we just did with the 12 bar blues, where you just kind of make it up as you go. All right. Okay, good. Hopefully that made sense. We're going to jump right to this, where you can read the music and use your bucket. So if you remember how to do it from last time, then just follow along. The top, so the top of, I'm going to play on my piano. Oh yeah, I need another bucket. Hold on, I gotta get a bucket. You need a bucket too. All right, so here's my bucket. Got a good old fashioned popcorn bucket. So I'm gonna go, tabletop is the top. And then this is, I'm calling my rim, even though it's just a different bucket. Okay, and then the click is gonna be a clap. All right, I'm waiting another 10 seconds to see in case you're still getting a bucket or getting something ready, because you should. It's fun, it's kind of easy. You can totally do it. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yay! Okay, there is another video that is the same thing. It's just showing you then the blacklight version, not the music version. Like once you know it well, then you can follow along really well with that one. But I wanted to check in. Were you able to do that easily?
Yes.
Yes. So. Okay. That I like that. If you are at so, that's where you need to be. We don't do a lot of performing, you guys. I mean, not just because of COVID, but you know, in fifth grade level, you can do a lot. But we don't get a lot of performing opportunities, right? Once you get to that sixth grade and up level, then we do more concerts and whatnot. But being able to do something like this is huge. Just even if you don't go into music, if you're not interested in choir later, being able to perform and do a couple things at the same time, you know, reading different surfaces, different combinations, it's very good for your brain, believe it or not. The next thing I wanted to, well, actually, first I wanted to ask, did anybody want to do it again with the blacklight bucket version? Sometimes I think I'm just talking to the screen.
I don't.
Okay, thank you. That's what I needed to hear. Let's go. So to review, we talked about the 12-bar blues, a little introduction to blues. We'll talk more about that in January. We reviewed our Nutcracker bucket routine. In case you didn't know, I'm pretty sure I showed you about my Nutcracker room, but let me just show you what I'm talking about, and then you can tell me if yes, I did or no, I didn't. Oh, I gotta take my screen. There we go. Okay, hold on. Make it so you can see it. This is my Nutcracker room. So you guys remember seeing this?
I have.
Okay. Cool. Well, anyway, if you go here, there's a lot of stuff to click around and take a look at. Like that song is in there. You'll see them dancing. Actually, I think it is. Gotta double check. Actually, yeah, it's this first one. It actually shows you how this one is made up, kind of like the 12-bar blues. There are 3 different themes, 3 different like sounds that come through, and they go in a certain order. And if you were to map it out, the order looks like this. It's like the A sound, then the B sound, then the A sound, then the B sound. But this is A. Followed always by B. And then this is the mouse theme. This only comes in once right in the middle. A, B, and there's like a fancy A version that is in there too, but we don't need to talk about that. Okay, if that's all, there's one more thing I want to walk you through. This is the thing that's on Schoology. If you ever want to go check that out. Where's the 5th grade room? Right here. Boom. click on the red folder, and it's right on top. Actually, you don't need to click on that. The Nutcracker, you can click on that too, but this is what I'm talking about. You can click right in here. This takes you to all the stuff we talked about. The Nutcracker room, this is the bucket drumming thing and the 12-bar blues. But we're gonna go here. Clicking on the staff, and we're gonna walk through this kind of introduction to what the staff is all about, okay? Feel free to ask any questions as we go. I'm hoping that this makes a lot of sense. Music is written on 5 lines called the staff. I'm gonna drag these lines here. So like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. A clef is given at the beginning of each staff. This case is it's the treble clef. And the treble clef, if you look right in the middle of the circle as the tail ends here, it's going around the G line. There's almost a bullseye forming right here. That's the G line. So it's also called the G clef. And treble clef is used for higher notes. That's why in elementary, we don't really worry about the bass clef. It's for lower notes. And nobody in elementary has a low voice. You get that sometimes when you get to high school. Really, in my choir, the only group of guys, there's like 10 of them that sing bass. They're the only ones that read on the bass clef. All right, so to answer this little thing, a clef is given at the beginning of each staff. So on every set of 5 lines, there's the treble clef or the bass clef. Treble clef circles around the G note, the note G. The treble clef is used for higher notes. When we drag the treble clef onto the staff, it's important that that circle ends up around G. You don't want it to be like up here and over into the, like far into the way. You want it down right at the center, kind of in the bottom left corner. All right, the lines are numbered from the bottom to the top. People get this wrong all the time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not the other way around. You can remember that there are 5 lines by thinking about your hand. And again, you would number them from the bottom up. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's do this. This goes on the first line, line 1. And notice that you can see the line through the note. That's how we know this is a line note. So line 3 would be up here. Line 5 goes all the way to the top. Line 2 is right here. And line 4 goes 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Spaces, same deal. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 spaces, which makes sense because when you look at the hand, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces in between your 5 fingers. So when I place the number, I'm going to put it in between the lines, which is the space. 4 spaces. Now, what's great about this, well, we got to get to it in a second. Let me fill these in first. Space 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully you notice that I'm always counting from the bottom. All right, for the lines, there are ways you can remember these letters because it doesn't form a word, but you can think about a phrase like every good boy deserves fudge or empty garbage before dad flips. Some people do every good boy does fine. But however you remember it, actually the 7th graders say evil gummy bears destroy France. So there you go. But that's how you remember the order of the lines. This first one is on the first line. So it's E for every good, G, every good boy deserves, D, every good boy deserves fudge. Every good boy does fine. Empty garbage before dad flips. Evil gummy bears destroy France. And there's more actually, but okay, we're gonna skip this one. What's lovely about the space notes is that they spell a word. Yay! So if you haven't heard, this is the way you remember it. Face goes in the space. If you're talking about the treble clef, face goes in the space. F-A-C-E. F. A. 1, 2, 3. C. F-A-C-E. And again, F is on the bottom. Always start from the bottom. All right, now here's a mix and match. What you need to realize first is it a line note or is it a space note? This first one is a line note. I mean, you can literally see the line through the note. So you go, every good boy deserves fine. Every good, blah. I think I said like 3 of those phrases in one. Here's another line note. Every good boy deserves, so D. This is a space note. Face goes in the space, baby. And in this case, it's C, F-A-C. This one is also a space note. It is F. Okay, here we have a line note. These last 3 are all line notes. This one's on top, so it's every good boy deserves fudge. Then this one's in the middle, every good boy. And finally, we have G. And you know this is G also because of the treble clef. It circles around G. So it's known as a G clef. So that is G. Okay, one last thing. Notes that are too high or too low to fit on the staff use ledger lines. They get their own little special line. So middle C is the only, I mean, if it's great if you recognize A and G up here, but I really want you to know middle C. This first note, it's got its own little line, and then D is right above it. There it is. There's middle C. Boom. There's the G clef note, every good. Here we have face goes in the space, F-A-C-E. And that one is A. Just kind of memorize, you just kind of memorize that one. And then D, every good boy deserves. Here's fudge, every good boy deserves fudge. And there's boy. Boy goes in the middle, every good boy. Okay. Now you know everything you need to know about music, right? How about you, can you type this in the chat? I want you to type like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like, I get everything that you talked about today. Or in that, like talking about the staff. If you understood all of it, put a 10. If you're like, I understood about half of it, put a 5. If you understood literally nothing, like you don't understand what lines are or what notes are, you should put 0. Okay, I really hope nobody puts a 0. That'd be very bad. Okay, so I heard from Melissa and Peyton, and how about the rest of you? Reed, Juana, Addison, Ellie, Memphis, Dalton, Autumn. How much of that did you understand? I'm not taking a grade. This is just for my reference.
Like about 5, maybe.
Okay. That's good.
Maybe.
Good. Yeah. No, maybe 5. I like that. 5 is good. 3-ish. Okay. Good. And I didn't hear from Reed or Dalton or Memphis. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Did you understand that? Like on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably like a 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Anywhere from like 3 to 7 is amazing. And if you're like beyond that, that's great. It's wonderful, but it's a process. You got to be like, music is something that you have to do a lot to get good at it. I guess you don't have to do it a lot, but more than just once a month. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, last but not least, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Oh my gosh, all of them.
All of them.
I was gonna say I have a lot.
Okay, pick one.
All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Oh my gosh, you
Yes.
guys, I got asked that like 17 times today.
That one.
That one, okay. Let me see if I can pull it up quick. Let's do this. I have the music, but now they're in the wrong order. Hold on. This one goes here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I have the music. Let me share my screen and we'll attempt to play it. It's a little obnoxious, but whatever. Right. Okay. What I did is I took a screenshot of just the like what the words and chords are. Okay, so she starts out by going, I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. And then it goes faster. I want to test out my microphone on you. Do you mind being my guinea pigs? I mean, you're usually my guinea pigs anyway, right? Okay, so if I play that again, let's compare. You ready? I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. By the way, I know you guys don't care, but this song is made up of the same chords that I was playing at the beginning of class. It's just in a different key. It doesn't sound like that either. It's, I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents. And that's actually a little bit different, but all right. I'm sorry. I'm having fun. I hope you are too. This is the second part, verse 2, and then going into the chorus. So she goes, I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't want to do like my stocking. This, I don't know how this part goes. You have to sing it. Make me happy with the joy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. Okay, there we go, verse 2. Okay, now we go. You guys have, I don't know, I'm not great at these verses. I'm working on it. I won't ask for much this Christmas. I don't even wish for snow. I'm just keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I won't make a list and send it to the North Pole for St. Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer click. 'Cause I just want you for you tonight. Hold them into me so tight. What more can I do? Maybe all I want for Christmas is you, baby. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh my gosh. And then there's like, all the lights are shining so brightly. The bridge part, I can't even guess. I have to work on it. Gotta be honest. I kind of think Mariah Carey is overrated. That's just my personal opinion. What do you think? I mean, do you think like Mariah Carey is just coolest? Or it's just that one song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cracks me up. You guys, I had like 7 other people request this song today, and I was so not expecting it. Anyway, let's go to a different Christmas song. Do you have another one?
Come all ye faithful.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so I have this document. It's insane. Like I basically took a picture of every Christmas song I have. Actually, I haven't gotten all of them yet, but most of them. And then I put it in this document, and I made it so that you can just click on the title of most of the songs. So take a look here. Got Oh Come All Ye Faithful. Or I have Jingle Bell Rock. That's a fun one. Holly Jolly Christmas. That's a good one. Shout it out. What do you want? What do you want? Oh, Christmas Tree. Up on the housetop. Gonna do Frosty the Snowman. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. What do you think?
Do you have Hallelujah? Do you have Hallelujah?
Oh, no, but I can look it up really fast. So you're talking about the, I heard there was a secret chord, that one?
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't know how to play that one? You're not like, I feel like you're not a good musician if you don't know how to do that. Yeah, Pentatonics does it. Let's do Hallelujah chords. I did this one for my high schoolers actually, and they were totally like lame about it. So I'm glad. I bet they were enjoying themselves because they didn't let on. Okay, see, this is a good key. I heard there was a, that's really high. Let's go ahead and transpose that down a little bit. Let's make it lower. Down. Okay, so we're going. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah. Oh, hey, do you notice that it says it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth? That's the blues that I was talking about. You got this is 1, this is 4, this is 5, this is the minor. We didn't talk about that today, but and then it goes back to. Sorry, I know you don't care, but you should. That's awesome. We just came full circle. Okay, let's start this again. Ready? Now you know it. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah. 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 All right, great song. Great song. I have to keep that on so I can add that to my list. All right, pick another one. Pick another one. Unless you guys want to be done. Do you want to be done? Are you still there? Anybody there?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Ooh, yeah. Let's end with that, right? That's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna click there. Here we go. Okay. Ready? So it goes. We wish you. Oh, hold on. That is way low. Let's bring it up a little bit. Now we're too low. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now you go back to the beginning. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding and a cup of good cheer. Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Back to the beginning, and it's we won't go. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring some out here. Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yay! All right. Hey, if you remember, next week I have a clapping song that goes along with this one. Kind of forgot about it, but it's kind of fun. It's like the sevens. Remember that the clapping game, the sevens clapping game we did, where you were doing this.
That was kind of hard.
Yeah. So it's a little bit. It's kind of easier when it goes along with that song. But anyway. All right, you guys are awesome. I mean, you're kind of quiet. Are you always quiet in class?